Welcome. Today I'll be taking a look at the CANSHN, I'll just pretend I pronounced this correctly, case. And anyway, I'll be going over unboxing, a test fit, quick look, and just review of the case. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's pop it open. There we go. And here we have, oh goodness, that is a very vibrant coloring for it. Oh, we also have some stickers. Warranty card. Okay. Anyway, pretty nice introduction. Might not be the best kind of color for this specific phone, but it is a choice. Anyway, here, oh, this is nice. Okay, this actually feels like a really nice case. Just putting that out there now. Video won't present this too well, but it feels nice in hand. Damn, it actually feels the best out of every case that I've unboxed here so far. Holy hell. And I can see kind of what they did to make this feel this way. So anyway, let's start to talk about this. Color, I presume there are other options rather than this vibrant kind of reddish color. But nice thing here is the fact that each button, instead of having like these typical, for instance, cutouts like we have right here, to make it easier to press and just generally kind of mid design, this has straight up just either plastic, yeah, I think these are plastic buttons that are recessed in this cutout. So this makes it feel much more premium. And same thing goes for the action button, which action button even had a little bit of love, so it has a cut just in the middle to mimic the one that is right here. Our volume buttons, lanyard, and the camera is actually exposed. Now this is for such a case a little bit meaning like when you have buttons that are like additional buttons covering here, this is not normal. Usually you would see something like this. So you can see right here we have a capacitive button that transfers over your touch below right here to the actual camera button that we have right here. So it still covers it. It acts as a button that you can press down. You can see it is pressable. So that's something that you have more often in cases like this one. So not sure why they decided not to go with it, as it would have been just a really nice touch right here. Maybe it's the fact that primarily these are black and this wouldn't really fit with the aesthetic right here. I don't know why all of them are black, to be honest. I seen them in clear cases and they were still black. So I presume there is some kind of like reason for this. And if this is maybe what they wouldn't need to do here, obviously it would clash with the red look. Now, other than that, it's a MagSafe case. So let's slap our device in here and see how... Ooh, let's try not to drop it before. There we go. How well it fits in here. And protects your device pretty well. It covers your cameras fully. So you can see this is protecting your cameras like all the way. There's like very little chance you're gonna scratch those. Even if you like try to do this, it's not gonna happen. And the reason for that is you have a bezel right here all around that is giving you a little bit of a lift off from the plateau. The plateau usually already is of the same kind of thickness to match the camera itself, so it's already kind of protecting it. But these ones went a little bit further and they added another ring around the cameras to recess them even further. So yeah, you ain't scratching those. So the cameras right here are pretty nicely protected. Now, one of the things that I feel like when holding this, which feels really nice, is the fact that everything here is just kind of rounded. So you have nice rounded corners with a rubber texture that feels really nice in hand. I have to say this feels super nice to hold. And also, because of the roundedness everywhere, they also went further and rounded the recession right here of this plastic. So you can see this from an angle. The rubber portion is kind of protruding a little bit further out right here to protect the plastic, and it's rounded, so it feels really nice when just, you know, moving your hand over it. Just has a gradual kind of bump to it, but it feels premium in hand because of it. Something that almost, I mean, no other case that I've had here did. So for instance, these ones are even, but you can feel the rubber where it fuses with the plastic. It has this kind of feeling where you can just kind of catch it. So it doesn't feel as premium. Here you don't have that at all. It seems much nicer made, and it seems like such a minuscule thing, but it makes this feel absolutely top-notch. Other than that, the front of it is covering the display pretty well. Minimally, there is, like, I think one of the lowest kind of lift-offs from the display I have seen, but it's still enough to cover the screen from being scratched. And this is already with a pre-applied tempered glass. So if you remove that, your display will be recessed just a little bit further. But it still protects it, so you don't need to worry about that one. When it comes down to the button presses that with the buttons that are covering it, these just feel super solid. And nothing bad to say. These are just really nice. And in terms of the cutouts, these are some of the smaller cutouts I have seen, and just like a lot of cases that I noticed, the cutouts for the speakers are a little bit misaligned. So let me just get the light a little bit here. You can see that the speakers are closer to the bezel of the case towards the towards the screen side on both speakers. So that's something that I noticed. Instead of being like perfectly centered, they're not. It shouldn't really interfere that much. You might just have a little bit of a sound that just maybe points a little bit below rather than just kind of evenly spreads out in a cone that would be coming out from here, just because of the case being super close to this perforation of where the sound is coming from. But this is just speculation, and I'm not a sound engineer. Now, when it comes down to plugging in Type-C cables, I'm gonna grab like absolute chunkers. You can see this is a thick boy. Plugs in pretty well, though it does have a little bit more resistance because it is a chunkers. The top side right here is getting pushed a little bit below, so it's not like fully clearing it, which if I bring it closer, maybe you can see it. So you can see it's kind of getting just a tiny bit in the way. Let's see if I unplug it. You can see also it's kind of like has this recession right now. So if I plug it back in, you can see it just kind of shifts a little bit low. But this is a very, very thick cable, or at least the plug around it is. So if I grab something more traditional like this one, this is a cable that you probably have, no problem. It doesn't interfere at all. It still has room to spare. And even that thick cable that I just showed was still clearing this port and charging the device, and it wasn't being pushed out or anything like that. So it just pushed the case, the area right here a little bit, but it's nothing that like does anything. So anyway, a very solid case. In terms of the quality of it, I would say it's one of the best ones I have opened up right now. And the only thing that I personally just don't like, I feel like doesn't fit, is the color. But I assume there are other colors to pick from outside of this hella vibrant red that would be more fitting with the phone. For instance, like getting a blue one that would fit this phone, straight 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. And one more thing that I also want to point out, some cases have that I would really like to see. Maybe this manufacturer also has this, but I haven't looked that into it. Are cases that are coming with the kickstand, like for instance this one. So now this one has one of the crappiest kickstands I have tested, but it's still there, so you can kind of like, you know, prop your device and fold it out away. It's a nice feature that I really like to see on more cases. It would have been perfect here. It might even add a little bit more quality to it. But even if you don't care about this kind of kickstand, This is a MagSafe protecting your lenses. Really well made case. Feels super premium. Highly recommended. So anyway, I also should add that this case, along with every other case that I actually unboxed, which I didn't mention that before, you can find the links in the description if you're interested in purchasing them. So anyway, with that being said, hope you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.